What's up, party people? It's Odell Bazell, excited to be presenting this rendition of Public Speaking Profits to you. And if you're listening to this, odds are you may have been plugged into the Speaker Marketing Made Simple podcast that we had. This is basically just a pivot, if you will, from Speaker Marketing Made Simple into Public Speaking Profits. And so everything that I talk about is going to be foundational. It's going to be some things that you're going to get that are going to be new, but it's also going to be some things that you're going to be able to understand at a foundational level so that it'll grow your business better. If you don't know who I am, then I'm Googleable. If you found this some form or fashion, that means that somebody told you about me or you came across me because you're interested in public speaking. So very quickly, I have been a public speaker, professional speaker since 2008. And throughout the totality of my career, I've made about $1 million. And we haven't finished doing taxes for 2021. But I believe based on the last month, we would have gone over $1 million that I made in my career, not in the year, throughout the course of my career as a full-time entrepreneur. That's very important for a couple of reasons. I am not going to ever act like I'm something that I'm not. When I make $1 million in a year, I'll be sure to tell you that, but I haven't done that quite yet. But in my efforts, my own efforts, speaking fees that I've gotten, I've made close to $1 million. That's important because I'm not a quote unquote big deal. I'm not somebody that had a rags to riches story. I'm not somebody that had a tech startup in Silicon Valley and decided I wasn't happy with the millions of dollars that I was making. I'm just a guy from North Carolina. I went to college. I got into student loan debt. I got married young, had kids young, and that's it. It's really not that big a deal. And I'm not saying that to downplay myself, but I'm saying that because a lot of times when people think of public speaking, when people think of the things that they want to do with their life, they don't think that their voice matters, and they don't think that the experience and the expertise that they've amassed in their life can create profit. So I just wanted to share that with you. I probably won't share that again if you're listening to this as a podcast, or if you know me, I probably won't share that again. But I just wanted to kind of kick it off by saying that. And by saying that I've made close to $1 million from speaking, I want you to understand that's out of thin air, y'all. I didn't have an expertise. I started when I was 22 years young. I just graduated from college. Anybody that has graduated from college, especially undergrad, you know nothing. You know absolutely nothing. And so I didn't know anything, and people started paying me to speak because public speaking is a skill. Public speaking is a skill. And so this podcast, all of the training that I'm doing around public speaking is teaching you how to profit from the skill of public speaking. So if you are thinking about getting into public speaking, this is what you need to be listening to. If you're already in public speaking, this is going to double, triple your revenue for years and years to come. Here's why. Public speaking is one of the few skills. It's one of the few skills that you can buy, you can rent, and you can sell to make money. If you're taking notes, I want you to take note of that. It's one of the few skills that you can buy, rent, and sell in and of itself to make money. What in the world am I talking about? That's what we're going to be talking about today when we're discussing the only two ways to make money via public speaking. So first and foremost, those two ways, might want to kick off your notes with this if you didn't already take notes already. The only two ways is for you to get paid to speak or to use speaking as a marketing medium to sell something else. Those are the only two ways you're going to make money from public speaking. You either are on somebody else's stage and they pay you to give a message that they want you to give to their audience, or you build a stage or a platform with your own audience and you charge people either to come see you speak or you charge people on the back end to buy something from your message. Those are the only two ways. So when people get into speaking and they convolute it, it confuses them. Well, should I get paid to speak doing this, or can I get paid to speak, or should I sell from the stage, or should I? Those are only two ways. That's it. And so in looking at that, what you have to understand is break those things down. So public speaking is a business opportunity and a marketing medium. Public speaking is a business opportunity and or a marketing medium. Business opportunity, again, you are the talent. They pay you for your expertise, for your story, for your marketing prowess, whatever. They pay you to come on stage. They pay you 5,000, 10,000, whatever they pay you. They pay you to get on their stage and give a message to their audience to make their audience better. When you're paid to get on somebody else's stage, usually you're speaking to somebody else's audience. When you use speaking as a marketing medium, you are building your audience. You're building your audience. Now, a lot of people are going to ask, Odell, which one's better? I have made a lot of money getting booked on other people's stages. It can work really, really well. But I've also been paid almost as much from building my own stage, and I haven't even built a big stage. So what's better? It depends on you. It really depends on you. Both include selling, both include rejection, but it depends on you. I would say if you don't have a product or a service that you want to sell, probably getting paid to get on somebody else's stage will be the best move, be the easiest move. But if you're really good at sales and you're really good at speaking and you're really I would say you need to go the other route, use it as a marketing medium. So I said at the onset, I'm always going to be sharing something foundational, and I'm going to be sharing it every single time. These three things, I want to share them as, I would call them the three pillars for guaranteed profit. That's what I would say. 3 pillars for guaranteed profit. And here they are. You might want to jot these down: celebrity, connections, and content. Celebrity, connections, and content. These 3 pillars for guaranteed profit: celebrity, connections, and content. Why am I sharing that as it relates to public speaking? Because public speaking is the fastest way to all 3 by far. Let's break it down. Celebrity. In order for you to get paid, people need to know you. A, people know celebrities. B, in order for you to get paid a lot, people need to know you and know what you have to say is valuable. That's B. C, a lot of people don't get down with this, or maybe they haven't thought about it. I'll say celebrities inspire. Celebrities inspire. So if you look at those 3 things, people have to know you. People have to know what you have to say is super valuable. And then the third part of that is that people definitely, they need to understand and they need to know that what you have to say reigns supreme over everything. And here's the thing about value. I want to break this down really quick. People say that you get paid for the value that you bring to the marketplace. I don't necessarily agree with that. I believe that you get paid based on a percentage of perceived value that you bring to the marketplace. Here's what I mean. So if I am selling, let's just call it, I'm selling coaching services. A lot of people are coaches, a lot of people are consultants. So if I'm going to if I'm going to sell coaching services, and I tell people, hey, if you invest in me, I'm going to show you how to make $100,000. People aren't going to pay you $100,000 if you're going to show them how to make $100,000. Why? Because you're just trading dollar for dollar. What people buy is what they perceive to be a bargain. So same thing. I guarantee I can make you $100,000. I can show you how to make $100,000 in 12 months. Would you pay me 10% of that, which is $10,000? Yeah, that makes so much sense. I would love to 10x my money. You see what I'm saying? So the value that you have to bring has to be inflated. That's what celebrity does. Celebrity inflates value. Write that down. Celebrity inflates value. Just because a celebrity drives a certain car, people look at it and they perceive value because we model better than we listen. And if we perceive somebody, aka a celebrity, as somebody that has things that they say, things that they do is more valuable, that car just went up in value. It's inflated value. It's all perception. So to be a celebrity, you have to be elevated. Public speaking elevates you. Because if people see, if you think about public speaking, you just think it in your brain. If you just close your eyes and think about it, you're thinking of a man, a woman, somebody on a stage that's elevated above everybody else. Maybe you're thinking about your pastor. Maybe you're thinking about a motivational speaker like a Les Brown, like a Lisa Nichols, like a Mel Robbins. Maybe you're thinking about those types of people. They're elevated. They're elevated because people can see them. And here's at a psychological level, public speaking is so hard for people to do and people to want to do, because if you think back primitively, if you think all the way back, if I stand up amongst a crowd, I am putting myself in danger. Primitively, back in the day, way back in the day. If I stand up and make noise, I attract predators. I'm putting myself in harm's way. And we think the most with our lizard brain, or whatever you want to call it, which is the oldest part of our brain. And so that's why people are afraid of public speaking, because you're putting yourself on a platform. Hey, look at me. Somebody that means you harm might come to you, because odds are the people close to you don't have to yell for. That I didn't want to go deep into that, but I just wanted you to understand. So celebrity. So then connections. Connections in this context means you're connected to people that could pay you, whatever that means. So celebrity, I might know a celebrity, but I might not be able to pay that person. I might not be able to go to their movie. I might not like their movie. I'm whatever. Connections is how you connect to people that could pay you. That's why individuals that did really, really well years ago, one of my favorite celebrities, Jaleel White, he did Family Matters 25 years ago. He's still really, really famous. He's done a lot of other things under the radar, producing, directing, and all, but I haven't seen it. I don't even know how I can support him. Really, if I wanted to. He came out with a new strand of cannabis, of weed, Purple Urkel. I don't smoke weed, and I don't encourage people to smoke weed. So I'm not going to buy that. You know what I mean? So I don't really know how I could support him. But he's connected to people that pay him. So he doesn't really need me as a parishioner. He doesn't need me to make money. He just needs that celebrity piece. But where we come in with public speaking is public speaking allows you to make connections to people in a certain light. If you came to an event that I was at and you saw me speak, you would automatically think, wow, that guy must know something. He must know something. And if I delivered it well and you like my delivery, you're like, man, that guy's really good. I really like that guy. And so with the celebrity piece, like I said, your value is inflated, but also celebrities inspire. Even if you don't like them, they inspire people. That's why people show them so much attention. That's why companies pay all these people. So celebrities, connections. If you are a public speaker and you're in it for the business opportunity, you should put most of your money into the people that could hire you. This is something that I got from Dan Kennedy. It's something that most people won't get, because I didn't get it when I first heard it 4 years ago. The person or company that pays the most to acquire a customer will always win. I'm going to say that again. The person or the company that pays the most to acquire a customer will always win. So when I say if you're in public speaking as a business opportunity, you need to identify who the people are that could pay you. That is your quote unquote client or customer. Find a way to pay them. Odell, what are you talking about? I don't find a way to pay them. Because here's the thing, you're going to pay a third party or a fourth party to try to get their attention. If you know who they are, just pay them. Now you figure a creative way to do it so ethically it sits well. But if I know that I am targeting financial services companies, right? If I know that for sure, that's who I want to hire me to speak. Wouldn't it make sense to find out when financial service companies have events that hire speakers? And then wouldn't it make sense for you to pay somebody who plans those events and interview them? Wouldn't it make sense? It would make 1,000% sense versus you spamming them, because you can email somebody for free ish, but it would cut down your time, which we don't have more of, if you just paid somebody $30, pay dinner for them. Pay, and people do it all the time. And see, what we do now is we advertise through Facebook, through Google. We advertise. You're still paying to hopefully get in front of the people. But if you know who the people are, just pay them creatively. And if they have an ethical issue with it, there are thousands of people in whatever industry to pay you. Tell that person that I don't hire me. Because what you do is you create goodwill. Because you create goodwill, then you build a connection. And then people hire people that they know. If I know that I met Deandra, I met her at an event in Chicago, and I know what she stands for, I know what she speaks on, and somebody comes across my desk and says, well, I'm looking for this type of speaker. Okay, cool. Just hit up my girl Deandra, or hit up Tabitha. Yeah, she speaks about that stuff. It's so much easier to do that. And you create a following of potential clients, not just people looking and liking your stuff. So you've got to learn that. That's a huge thing. And I know we're talking about public speaking, but public speaking allows you to build those connections quicker. And then the last thing, content. If you're a speaker, I need to see you speaking. I need to see you delivering content audibly. I need to see you doing it via video, but I also need to hear you doing it. That reigns supreme. I need to binge all of your stuff before I ever hire you. A lot of people listening to this, a lot of people know that you've either known me out there through the internet works or something, or you bought something from me. Maybe you saw an ad and you bought something or whatever. But you're checking it out because we're a more sophisticated consumer now. Now I don't want to get got. I know everybody down there talking about that stuff. He's talking about public speaking. Let's see what he's talking about. For those of you that have never heard of me and you're listening to this, you're gonna be like, okay, let me see what this dude Odell is really about. He said he made $1 million. Let me check his receipts. And then when you look me up, you'll see, oh wow, how come I've never heard of this person before? That's what your content has to do. See, a lot of people think that your content is the thing that's going to sell people. Your content is going to lead people to the sale. It's breadcrumbs. Your content should make people say, why haven't I ever heard of this person before? You ever see a really good movie and the acting is bomb? And you're like, who is that person? I remember seeing Dreamgirls way back in like 2006 or something like that, when it first came out in the theater. When J Hud, she stole the show. I'm like, who is that? You don't remember her from American Idol? I never watched American Idol after the first season. So you don't remember her? It's like, no, I don't know who she is, but I need to find out. Man, she could sing. Beyonce can sing, but she sang Beyonce underneath the table. Her content made me think, why have I never heard of her before? And then your content should make people say, I need more from them. And public speaking is the way to do that. That's the way to do it. And here's the beautiful thing. You can create your own stage and create your own special. This is something that I teach my coaching clients to do. You create your own special. You could rent out a place. You could rent out a hotel. Hotels don't cost as much as you think to rent out. To rent out a room, literally, you pay people to come. Odell, what are you talking about? Remember what I said? The person that pays the most to acquire a customer wins. You pay people to come. You pay them. If you know you can get 50 people in a room, maybe they don't buy anything from you, but maybe you set up a videographer, a photographer, and you take pictures. Boom. You got pictures of you speaking. You got video of you speaking. And you got clientele that's going to give you feedback. They're either going to give you feedback by way of buying what you're offering, or they're going to give you feedback by not buying what you're offering. Either way, it's feedback. And so with public speaking, when we're thinking about the two ways as we're rounding home on this one, I want you to think about, do I want to make money as a business opportunity for public speaking, or do I want it to be a marketing medium for a business I already have? Answer that question, because some people try to do both at the same time, but they don't do it efficiently. Ask me how I know. Try to do both at the same time because you don't really know. I don't really want to speak to high school students. I think I do. I'm getting some speech. I really don't. I speak for church people, but I don't really. You're going back and forth with that because either you don't love your client or you don't think you can make money doing it that way. So either way, you have to figure out which rabbit hole I'm going to go down. And for those of you that are interested in going down the rabbit hole of, hey, I want to get paid on other people's stages. I want to deliver the speech, deliver the training, get paid, and get up out of there. If that's something that you want to do, then you need to go to publicspeakingprofits.com and sign up for my web class that I'm having as of this recording that I'm having next week. If you're listening to this as a recording and it's way past the time when you go to Public Speaking Profits, it'll look totally different. But I'm doing a web class. It's $47. I'm going to show you 3 ways to get paid in speaking as a business opportunity. I'm just going to show you 3 ways how to do it. Then I'm going to give you an opportunity to join my coaching program, because here's what I do in my coaching program that nobody else does. I'm hoping and I'm thinking that people will start doing this because it's just smart business. I connect people with decision makers in 2 secret markets that most people don't know anything about. So a lot of people, when they get into speaking, they say, oh, I want to speak like Les Brown or like whoever their favorite personal development person was or is. I want to speak like that person in stadiums. I want to be like Eric Thomas is getting paid $50,000 a speech. I want to be like this person. And you think that those corporations are just trying to give you money. That's not the case. There's a whole lot that goes underneath that. The 2 markets that I help people get booked in, you don't need a resume. You don't need an audience. You don't need an experience other than being halfway good on stage. So I'm going to give you access to 30 decision makers in 60 days. You heard me right. But you got to learn more. You have to sign up for the web class. Go to publicspeakingprofits.com and you can sign up for the web class. If not, just keep binging the content as I'll keep dropping the fire. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And make sure you share, like, and subscribe. I'm Odell, and I am out.